1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Look, Bumble knows you're exhausted by dating. All the must not take yourself too seriously and 6'1" since that matters. And what do I even say other than hey? Well, that's why they're introducing an all-new Bumble with exciting features to make compatibility easier, starting the chat better, and dating safer. They've changed, so you don't have to. Download the new Bumble now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. 31 Days of Horror. Day number 26. Oops, All Werewolves is what we're doing this year. And with me is my co-host. I'm Precious D. And with me is my best friend and co-host, Honeybee. Hello, Honeybee.
Hello. Hello, Precious. Hello, everybody.
This is my favorite part of the week, when we get to
Aww.
sit down in front of our microphones and talk to each other.
Yes, same. Yep, thinking about this day gets me through the work day most days.
Aw. I have sort of some news for those of you in the Odessa area. I returned to the 2nd Street Haunted House this year. The thing Billy Pond runs that was formerly known as DEF CON 1 and the Circus of the Dead Murder Maze. This year it is called Mr. Blister's Haunt of Monsters and Mayhem.
Ooh.
And I am playing a new character, Colonel Samuel P. Sassafras III. And if you all come out and see us, I will pretend like I don't know you. I will not break character and pretend like I don't know you. So come on out. I'm not sure when I'm airing this episode, but it will be before the last night. We opened on the 20th, and then we will be going next Friday and Saturday, and we'll be open on Halloween night, which is a Tuesday this year, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can never tell if it's going to be busy or not. You know, if Halloween's on a Friday or Saturday, then it's really busy. But if it's on a Tuesday, it might be kind of slow. Okay, so today's movie, though, that we're talking about is When Animals Dream, a 2014 Danish horror drama film. And it was the directorial debut of Jonas Alexander Arnby, written by Rasmus Birch, and it stars Sonja Schul as Marie, Lars Mikkelsen as Thor, Jakob Oftenbro as Daniel, Sonja Richter as Mother, Mads Rilsum as Phoenix, Benjamin Bo Rasmussen as Ib, and Esben Dalgaard as Bjarn. So there you go.
There you have it.
Honeybee, what did you think of When Animals Dream?
Well, okay. The pace of this movie is a little slow. And by a little, I mean a lot. This is one of those artsy foreign films that's a very slow burn and a lot of just sort of establishing mood and atmosphere and slice of life kind of thing. So yeah, it takes a while. I didn't mind it, but yeah, it's good to know that going in, that it's going to take its time getting where it's going. Yeah, there were some things that I really did like about it. Like, there were definitely some big positives, considering
how many werewolf movies, I'm sure, especially you, that we have watched this month. Like, there were definitely things. I really liked the transition, like, between human and werewolf, like how, like, the hair, on the back situation. Like, I liked that was a big win for me. But just really, I just kept thinking, like, like, come on, let's go. It's just so slow and not in the way. What was the blood moon? Well, you know how that was slow, but in a good way. I did not feel that way about this one.
A lot of the transformation I felt was being done by the actress herself with her body.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The
shoulder blades. Yes.
Yeah. And then they added in some hair coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But thought she was doing a good job with that.
She did a good job.
It's only 84 minutes. It's in
it
Danish.
felt like
the budget,
10 years.
The budget was 4 million euros, and there's no box office listed. It's got generally good reviews, 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that's good.
It's your basic kind of a type 1 werewolf story where the person is born with the condition.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just this girl, 16-year-old girl in this small Danish fishing village. Her mother has some kind of condition where she's catatonic and in a wheelchair. But it kind of comes out that maybe she's being kept that way. Mm-hmm. That the medication is really more of a, what do you call it?
Like a sedative?
A sedative. Yeah, yes, that's the word I was looking for. Sedative.
Mm-hmm.
Because it turns out her mother's a werewolf who killed at least a few Russian sailors at some point in the past. And it seems that her husband has made a deal. At least part of the town knows what the deal is, what the situation is, and has made an arrangement that if you keep her sedated and under control, we won't execute her.
It sucks, though, that the town knows this and the daughter doesn't.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that's kind of fucked
well,
up.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe he had hoped that it wouldn't be passed on to her. He was waiting to tell her until he had to.
Well, hope in one hand and shit in the other and see what happens first.
Yeah. Because once he realizes it is happening, he calls the doctor in to have a talk with her. But they still don't explain it fully. They're just like, you're going to have to start taking the medicine, which, of course, she doesn't want to do. She starts working, as this is happening, she starts work at a fish processing plant and meets a cute boy and meets another boy who's not very friendly.
Boo!
This horrible hazing ritual they put her through.
So horrible.
Which at first looks like just the mean guy being mean, but it turns out this looks like something they all go through. Where there's a big skiff out back with the fish waste in it, and it's full of water and fish heads and stuff, and she gets pushed into it. But then
sprayed in the face with a hose.
Well, they're rinsing her off.
Well, you could be nice about it.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. Yeah, they're all standing around clapping when she gets helped out, and they give her her apron and her own knife. And this is supposed to be, hey, you're one of us now, but she never really is. The couple of the guys assault her at one point. But the other guy's pretty nice, and in fact is willing to cover up the fact that she's a murderer and to be with her. So
yeah, super awkward. I did like how he handled meeting her mom, and he was like said hello and then reached his hand out and you know, made eye contact with her and treated her like a person, even though she was like nonverbal and in a wheelchair. That was really special to me. Made a lot. It made him, you know, really the good guy. But yeah, then whenever he was like, "Don't worry, I'm here. Nice beard," I was like, "What the fuck, Daniel? Come on, my boy."
Yeah. So she starts getting more violent and changing slightly until eventually she changes all the way. But she eventually figures out what's going on. And then these dum-dums, I guess the whole village doesn't know because some of these dum-dums just start chasing her around and harassing her, which is kind of a mistake. But other people end up capturing her just as she's about to leave town with, what's his name? The boy. What is
Daniel.
it? Daniel.
Mm-hmm. I will say a really funny, or like a part that was just kind of like, what? Was whenever they were in the like the club. She like goes to the club with Felix and she's like dancing, and then she like walks up and orders a drink from the bar. She's like, I'll have a rum and cola, and Daniel's like, I'll have a beer too. And then she like gets really close to him and like whispers in his ear, and she's like, I'm about to turn into a monster and I really need to get laid first. You think you can help me out with that? And then like pulls him into a corner and they start making out. And I was like, well, goddamn, like that was abrupt.
and then she takes him to her little, I don't know what, childhood hideout or something. I wasn't entirely clear where that was.
Yeah, I thought it was the
when she's transformed.
The boat. I thought it was the Navy boat at first. Because you know how she goes and visits that, and then she goes and she asks Felix, like, was my mom on that ship? I thought it was that at first, but I don't know.
I wasn't at all clear why she was on the boat. It's like she notices it for the first time. She's riding her bike along, and she's like, oh, there's a boat here. I'm going to go poke around on it. I'm like, that boat looks like it's been there for a while. Are you just noticing it now?
Sure.
Why are you there, and why are you going in? It was very unclear.
Well, and then she notices like a symbol on the wall and then starts having these dreams like about her mom, question mark, destroying the Russian sailor. I don't know. It is very unclear, and maybe because I am an uncultured swine, but I really did not. Maybe this movie was too artsy for me in the ways that I just wasn't my bag, you know?
Right. Oh, her mother ends up drowning in a bathtub. Do we think that the villagers came and did that to her? Because I don't see how she. It was a little unclear whether she managed to pull her. Because when she was cleaning her, so there's a moment when they're trying to give the daughter the medicine. When the mother sort of comes to life and launches herself across the room and kills the doctor. And then they
bury in the backyard.
Bury the body. Yeah, and put a little frickin' windmill. Because they're Danish. Put a windmill over top of it. And that's when the villagers are like, hey, the doctor's missing. His wife said that he was coming here, and we had a deal, man. And
check
your wife's killing people again. Yeah, we're going to have a problem. Yeah, they examine her to see if she's showing signs of wolfishness. But anyway, when she was cleaning her mother up after the incident, her mother wasn't sitting up in the bathtub as if she was trying to let herself drown.
Yeah, and she even kind of reaches her hand
which is
out
what made
and comforts her.
Yeah. So this is what made me wonder, did the mother manage to drag herself into the bathtub? Because we can see that she can move if she really needs to, or if she's feeling strongly enough. Or did the villagers just break into the house and set that up because they decided this is it, she's got to go? Because they decide that the daughter's got to go too. And
yeah, I kind of had the same thought. I wasn't sure. I kind of feel like because of the way that she, like you said, was like kind of not sitting up in the bath, and then the way she puts her hand on her head afterwards, that she was like, I'm too much of a burden to you and your dad, and I don't want to live in this like state, this catatonic state. I'm a dog. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, I kind of feel like she, but honestly, it could go either way, because either way makes sense in the story. So maybe it's up to interpretation.
And they may have done that. Yeah, they may have done that on purpose. Oh, what was Felix? Was he a relative or was he just a friend?
I think he was just a friend.
Because when they went out dancing, I got no sense that this was a date. It seemed like he could be a cousin or something, but I couldn't remember if they had said anything about that earlier.
I don't think it said anything.
When it's time to get rid of her, Felix has come along when it's time to take care of her. Mm-hmm. He's obviously reluctant. He doesn't want to, but they've decided this is what needs to be done. And they're not completely wrong. Yeah. She is dangerous.
Yeah. There's also a point, I believe it's at the mom's funeral, where, she is kind of changing at this point. Like, her nails are bloody, and she starts kind of noticing this, and she looks up at Felix, and he kind of gives her this, like, head shake, like, don't do it. Like, no, So they are very close in some way, whether he's related or not. He does know, what's happening to her and what's going on.
Yes. And in the end, she kills everybody on the boat. And they put a little bit more makeup on her face.
And a beard.
It's been very, just a little bit. She, or I should say, she first notices that she's got this rash on her chest.
A hairy rash.
It starts getting hair, and getting more hair, and but that's the only real makeup we see, and a little bit of eye contact stuff going on, but then at the end they've put fur all over her face and made her hair all scraggly and given her a little bit of a nose. Did they give her some ears? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But she's very much a wolf person, not just a wolf.
And she wakes up and she's like, Daniel? And he's like, hey, don't worry. You killed everybody and we're at sea now. Yeah. But I'll be with you forever. Even though we just
that was his plan, was to get a boat. Yeah. Right. Which seems odd because it's a very small town, it looks like. Yeah. And the asshole in the fishing plant seems to know about something about her mother.
I feel like everybody kind of does, because they are shitty about it or scared of her, one or the other.
Right. So, his plan was, let's get a boat and just go. And so they end up with a boat. They kidnap her. They put her on a boat. He follows. She kills everybody. And he's like, hey, we got a boat. Let's go. And that's how it ends. So this is one of those type 1 werewolf movies where the werewolf does not die at the end. So good for her, I guess.
Question mark?
There never is any explanation of why her mother has this condition.
Mm-hmm.
If it just runs in her family, if something happened to her, we don't know. But that's fine, because it's an artsy European movie. That's what you get.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Or your werewolf soup.
Here's your chance to throw a fit. What are you going to rate When Animals Dream?
I am going to give it a half moon. I mean, I just thought it was okay. It was very slow, but there were things I enjoyed about it. I really loved the actress. I thought she did an amazing job. And not only like the acting wise and how she was kind of angsty, but also physically. She, like you said, her back rippling, like her shoulder blades, the way she would breathe in certain moments. She just really, she did great. So I'm going to say it was okay. It was all right.
I think I'm going to give it 3/4. I liked it.
Nice. Heck yeah.
I liked it. So there you go, folks. It is streaming on Tubi if you care to watch it, if you haven't watched it already.
Tubi or not Tubi.
Free with ads. They did a pretty decent job of putting the ad breaks in good spots.
Yeah, and the ads are super short. It's not like when you get like 4 or 5 ads, like 2 minutes of ads. They're like, it's like 30 seconds. Tubi is good with the ads, I feel like.
Yeah. So, yes, but I noticed some of them, the ads are kind of random, and others they try to pick a break between scenes. And Tubi will also give you ad break coming up in 9, 8, 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so there you go, folks. When Animals Dream. We'll be back tomorrow with another werewolf movie. Follow us on all the things, which you can find on our website at mmftg.com. Consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/mmftg. We are doing a thing now where patrons get to request a movie that we cover. Not demand, but request. Because we will never do Twilight unless we get 100 patrons.
Oh.
We are going to be doing Ghost Rider very soon, Chris. The next few days we'll be recording that. And we've had a request for 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Woohoo!
Cloverfield is on our list of kaiju movies for the regular show. But 10 Cloverfield Lane is not, because it's not really a kaiju film.
And honestly, not really that related.
No. None of the 3 Cloverfield movies are actually related. And I think they are all... The second and third ones are both things that started out as a separate thing. And then somebody said, hey, why don't we slap Cloverfield on this and make it connected. So there you go. An ad hoc franchise. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow with another show. Until then, I have been Precious D.
And I've been Honeybee.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go.
Ow!
You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review us on your podcasting platform of choice. Our theme song is by the Texicano Folk Rock Punk featuring Lita Lopez. You can support the show, find links to our social media, and even leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/mmftg.